Peace, assalamu alaikum, hotel, grand rising, praise God, what's up, what's happening, or whatever it is that you ascribe to. Dead eye. You ain't bigger than the mob. Part 3. So, GD Police, he running around his own looking scared, looking crazy. He trying to get the money up to pay this po box. He done went and asked some of the brothers. They ain't messing with him. He done went and asked some of the opposition. They ain't messing with him. He don't know what to do because this Sunday, this visitation day, even though you got guys on the zone that got motion, you know, people might have other stuff going on. And Stowe Day ain't till Thursday. So it's just a bad time for GD Police. And everybody know you was on the nonsense. So yeah, people like that, people want to see you get hurt, get put in that blender, and get put up out of there. Now he even went so far of asking Dead Eye for the money. You know, Dead Eye told me, he came and asked him for, you know what I mean, he apologized and all that. So Dead Eye told him, you know what, bro? You know, I'm a gangster, man, you know what I mean? And I love Larry, I love GD, I love this 6, bro. But, and then, you know, any other situation, anybody, if it was anybody else, I'd probably help him. I'd give him the money so he can handle his business with the po box. But with you, bro, you trying to shoot me in all them crosses, I ain't gonna help you because I want your position. Dead Eye boy, ooh, Dead Eye cold heart. But so he Dead Eye said he pushed off from him. So GD Police, he can't come up with the money. Everybody laying down, everybody going to sleep. It's night. Child called probably about it's probably child call. They call first call for child. They probably call like 4, 5, in between 4, 5, and 6 o'clock in the morning. And at this time, it really don't be too much going on. It be dark, you know what I mean? So let me go to a commercial break, if I may. Now in prison, if you're in a situation like GD Police, you got 3 choices. You can come up with that money to pay that po box. No, I'm gonna say you got 4 choices. You can come up with that money to pay that po box. And if you can't come up with the money, you can come up with an idea to pitch at the brothers, to pitch at Big Dog, so that he'll work with you, so you won't have to get put in that blender. Now, you're probably still gonna get violated, but if the idea is good enough that, you know, he willing to work with you, then you would just take the violation and make sure you carry out that idea, because if you don't carry out that idea, it's 4:30, you getting put in that blender. Or you could take your lick like a man and just, you know, have one of them it is what it is moments. Or you can use this opportunity when they call first call for child and catch that dog and catch up out of here, like I've seen people do on numerous occasions. But GD Police being who he is, I did not expect GD Police to do that. But that's what he did. He caught out. He didn't wanna handle his business like a man. He didn't want to face the consequences of his action. Now, no one even knew what the sanction was gonna be. It could have been just a violation, a physical violation. He probably wasn't even gonna put him in the blender. But this goes to show you the type of person GD Police was. You had this position, you throwing your weight around, but without that, you a coward. You know what I mean? You ain't no outstanding member, and you really don't belong in this six. You know what I mean? But that's exactly what happened. So this is what happened. So it's quiet. A lot of people sleep. And, you know, people like me, and I still do this. This the time that I meditate. Now, usually, if it ain't a Friday or a Saturday, I try to be asleep. I'm talking about in the penitentiary. I try to be asleep about 9 or 10 o'clock. If it ain't too much going on, that way I can get up 3 or 4 o'clock and I can do my thinking, my meditating, my reading, my writing. And I'm the same way now. I get up early every morning, 3 or 4 o'clock. That's when I do my thinking, my planning, what I'm gonna do if this don't happen, what I'm gonna do if that don't happen. You know, that's just how I am. I've been like that a long time. So I'm up, dead eye up, and he get up out the rack. And he walked past me like he going to the bathroom. Then he said, hey bro, they call me Yasa. Some people couldn't pronounce it. I'm gonna share a story about how I got the name Yasa. Some people say Yaza, but it's really Yasir. Dead eye. Say Yaza, say Yaza. GD Police finna catch out, bro. Watch. So he went on to the bathroom. So I raise up, but I don't make it look like I'm just, you know, just looking. Now, sometimes what people will do, if you're a peon especially, you're not affiliated, you'll pack your stuff and just go to the door. But GD Police don't want nobody to know. So he ain't packing his stuff. He ain't packing his stuff. He just sitting up on his rack, waiting on the officer to come open the door and first call for check. What's up, Soldier? You all right?
Hey, yeah, I'm just making breakfast.
Okay. So he just sitting on his rack. He fully clothed now. Now, usually people got on a t-shirt. I don't know, it just depends. Cause some people, like when you just got your t-shirts and your boxers on and your flip-flops, you just sitting on the rack. It depends on how institutionalized you is. Some people will look at that and say he must be new because convicts don't dress don't be dressed like that. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But he got all his clothes on. His shoes, his shirt, and his black and white pants. He just sitting there watching the door, looking at the door. So the lady come to the door. First call for child. She tried to say it a little low. You know, some officers, they be respectful for the prisoners in there trying to sleep. So she trying to say it a little low. First call for child, first call for child. But then when that last call come, they're gonna turn the lights on and they gonna scream it out. Because they say in the first call just to get people, they can get up there, wash their face and brush their teeth. You don't wanna be no ready roll, especially if you're in an organization or a gang, because you are ready roll and you are in an organization or a gang, you gonna get it. So she said, first call for child. He used the opportunity, he get up, and he kind of skipped to the door a little bit. He's standing at the door talking to the officer. Me being in prison a long time, I can just imagine he telling the officer he's scared for his life. He need to go to the hole. He need to go to PC. So she let him out, closed the door. And he walked down the hallway. Dead I come to me. He got his toothbrush and his his face towel in his hand. He walking to my rack. I'm trying to I opened my locker box. I'm trying to get my stuff so I can, go handle my business. So I can go get something to eat because they got dang, what they used to call that stuff at Marshall County. It ain't raisin cakes. I can't, but it was some kind of cake and it was big, it was fluffy, it was good, and they got the eggs and the bacon with it, and they had Marshall County served some good ass coffee. You know what I mean? So I had to go, I went to breakfast, I had to go get that. So he come up to me, he was like, that's 430. That's 430. Nah, I'm finna get the position. I'm like, all right, bro, dang, bro, you crazy. So, and then, when everything hit the fan, Big Dog come to the zone. The next day, everybody realized, bro done caught out, but it's gonna follow him. They don't got phones in the prison at this time, but that kite gonna follow him. And, he made the pitch. Dead-Eye made the pitch for the position to be over the zone. Everybody took a vote, and they voted Dead-Eye in. Now Dead-Eye running the zone now. Man, y'all be smooth out here.